This is a reading of the summary for Chapter 2, Section 3. Section 3 Summary. In this section, you'll learn how the Constitution of the United States strengthened and built upon the ideas of the new country's government. Terms to remember. 1. Parliament, the lawmaking body of the British government. 2. Federalism, a system of government in which the powers of government are divided between the national government, which governs the whole country, and the state governments, which governs the people of each state. Compromise, an agreement in which each side gives up part of its demands. Ratification, approval by a formal vote. Federalists, supporters of the United States Constitution who urged its adoption, and anti-federalists, opponents of the Constitution who urged its rejection. Section 3. A new Constitution. For several years, representatives and delegates from the 13 original states talked about how to fix the Articles of Confederation. They finally decided to create a new document that would lay out the plan for an even stronger form of government. These authors, whom we now call the framers of the Constitution, looked at many other important documents for ideas. These included England's Magna Carta, or Great Charter, the Mayflower Compact, and even the English Bill of Rights. They also looked at the system of parliamentary government in England. Parliament, the group of leaders in the English government who make laws, consists of two houses, the House of Lords and the House of Commons. These two parts of Parliament inspired the creation of the United States Senate and the United States House of Representatives. The framers eventually developed a kind of government called federalism. This system splits up powers between the national and state levels. In order to make the system work, the framers had to make some compromises. These are decisions in which both sides give up some demands in order to keep others that they feel are more important. For example, larger states wanted to have a greater number of representatives in Congress, but smaller states wanted each state to have the same number of representatives. Both sides finally agreed that the number of elected officials in one part of Congress, or the Senate, would be the same, while the number in the other part, the House of Representatives, would change based on state population. This decision was called the Great Compromise. In the following chapters, you'll learn more about this. Once the Constitution, the plan for new government, was finished and signed by the framers, the states needed to vote in favor for it to go into action. People in these states took sides on the ratification or approval of the Constitution. The Federalists liked the idea of a stronger national government. The Anti-Federalists worried that the states would lose too much power in the new system. Both sides shared their arguments with the public. Over time, the Federalist position gained the most support, and the Constitution was ratified in June of 1788. Even so, many people wanted to see a list of the actual rights that Congress could protect. You'll learn more about this in Chapter 4. It had taken many years for the United States to agree on the country's new form of government. Even though the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776, the first U.S. president, George Washington, didn't take office until 1789. That concludes the reading. Please make sure you complete every single step in today's lesson.